Welcome back, Squids. Rivalry week six.
Six.
Six,
Season
week six. I don't know why I can never think about the right number off the top of my head because we don't prep for the show. We just go.
we're
Uh,
already halfway done with the season. Regular season.
hate that you said that. Week six, apparently halfway through the season. We have 12 weeks? Is it 12 week regular season?
I don't know. It's probably like 15, 14.
I think it's like 14. We'll do our stats after. Um, welcome back to the show.
Big week.
Big week this week,
That's
massive
huge
week this
week.
week. As I mentioned, rivalry week, probably the best week in the league, not championship week. Would
Not
you
opening
agree?
week. I think it ranks
Sure,
champion.
opening week is nice.
I think it's championship, rivalry week, and opening week. That's my opinion.
What about draft week?
Mhm.
Draft week rules.
I love draft week.
Me too.
I think
Uh,
that might be better than. I think that's number one because you have all the confidence.
rank these 4 weeks: championship week, draft week, rivalry week,
Week
opening
one.
week.
I say draft. Draft this week is always number one.
Yep, agreed.
Most confidence. Your team is the best. Everyone's team is the best. I love opening week. I mean draft week. Opening week, I'll put as number two, thinking about it now
Mhm.
because of how amped up everyone is.
Yeah, you're just excited for football to be back.
Rivalry week three, championship week four. That's it.
See, for me, let me just go through mine. It would be championship week, week one, draft, rivalry week. And I'll tell you why. Championship week, because I'll be playing in it. I'm very excited for that. Second week, what did I say it was?
I don't remember.
Exactly. Exactly.
You don't remember yourself.
That's the correct list. I don't remember at all. Um, Mario, before we get off topic, I want to jump into power rankings.
Got it right here.
A reminder to everyone before we go through the power rankings. We do not make the list. People keep texting me and being like, bro, I should be higher in the power rankings. Tell them, Mar, we don't make the list.
That, we don't make the list, and Dennis
It's
doesn't
the
even
man in the suit.
Dennis doesn't even see the list. I get delivered the list, so and I must be wearing all black to get the list, or I
Correct.
won't give
The
you the
man in the
list.
suit pulls up with the gloves. He gives Mary the case, and in the case is the piece of paper that he reads off of. Now, Mary, before you give this week's power rankings,
Yeah.
can you remind us what last week's power rankings were? Because I don't
Okay.
remember where we're at.
Okay. This was a pretty uneventful week for the power rankings. Last week we had Sal at one, Fu at two, Dust at three, Tiso at four, Free T at five, Rue at six, Spades at seven, Frank at eight, Sauce at nine, Semantics at 10, Gear at 11, Tom at 12.
Tom Murtaugh, 12.
Tom at 12, yeah. All right,
What's
so
the
let's
number you're picking?
be the quickest one, I think, this year. Gear, Tom, Gear, Rob, 12, 11, and 10. Stay the same as last week. I don't need any further explanation.
The dump.
At number nine
We'll
this week,
finally say it, right? It's the dump.
I didn't say anything yet about that, bro.
Okay. Okay. That's fair.
I think
I know there was a line last week,
there
right? The guy put on the piece of paper. There was
was
a
a
line.
line. There's no line here
There was no
because
line this time.
there's
Wow.
a
Okay.
little bit of movement above the line from last week.
Fellas, then
Frank
you're back.
down. Frank down to nine. Um, man, whenever week zero IX has Frank ever played fantasy football, that should be a question. Should be reopen that discussion.
We're gonna
Man.
reopen that discussion. Well, he does have Tyreek Hill,
All right, but yeah,
which
injury.
like I mean, you're basically pulling without a first round pick. That's tough. But the question is still valid. I don't even know if he does anymore. He says he talks about a dynasty league. Maybe he stinks at it. He might be in the league. It doesn't mean he knows what he's doing.
Up one spot, Sauce after getting his first win.
Let's go,
Uh,
Sauce.
People are saying that it wasn't even him that wanted the win. It was his fiance, soon to be wife, uh,
Yes.
put the whip in her hand, ready. It's like if you don't get a win, getting your ass beat. So
Yep. Put the fire under his ass.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. Sauce on the rise.
Let's go, Sauce.
Spades still stays at seven. Got a big win, but his points for are a little iffy. Don't know if he's winning by the skin of his teeth, getting lucky, but like we say, rather be lucky than good. Free T down one spot. Tough opening schedule. Played Salah and Fulvio twice already.
Wow.
Better days are ahead. Better days.
Wow.
Oh, sorry. Played Fulvio and Salah already, and plays Fulvio again this week. Better weeks are ahead. Better favorable matchups are ahead.
Got it.
Tito down one spot, 3-2. Did he get a win last week? He did. So
Oh, didn't he lose?
oh no, you're right. I was looking at the wrong.
He
He lost.
lost.
He lost this week to Fu. Fu is looking powerful. Rue
Yeah.
up 2 spots on a 2-win streak, going from one and two to 3-2. In the mix,
Wow. It's a big
points for
jump.
he's up 5 points for also. So he's someone to be contending with always. Rue's always that to be contended with.
Hmm.
And 2 and 3 remain the same. Salafu Dust. And these are 1, 2, and 3 in points for. And I don't have to say much else except for one interesting stat. I need your live reaction to this stat.
Go ahead.
Sal, the most points for, but the least points against. How do you feel about that?
Sal's like Gonzaga to me. I don't know. You're not a big college basketball guy, but
I know about
Gonzaga played. They weren't a Power Five team, but they would just kick the crap out of these like random teams, and it would be like, oh, 1 seed Gonzaga coming in. That's how it'd be every year. I know we all play the same teams, but I feel like the last, and you could tell me if I'm wrong, the last like 3 or 4 years, I feel like Sal's just at the top of the leaderboard, and you're never actually scared that he's going to win.
right? He does have one ring. Give him
He
that.
does have a ring. He
That's
always has a good team.
2017.
This is, I mean, I'm hating, but I'm not really hating. He always has a good team, but I'm always like, oh, well, Fulvio's team is like insane.
And I'm gonna just for the record to show
Yeah.
most points against Frank the Tank, 609.
Luck of the draw. I mean, I could filter that.
Not
Hold on. Let me pull up the leaderboard 'cause I think I could filter for this. We could look at it live for the entire
oh
league.
yeah,
So I'm
you can
actually
pull
curious
it
where
up.
everyone stands.
Go to details.
I don't think I could do it here. No, it's a playoff bracket.
Okay. Well, it says it right there. You go back. So go to Frank the Tank.
Yeah, so you can see the little emoji. Remember, we are asking, like, well, I wonder what that is. Well, now we know.
609
Yeah.
points against in 5 weeks.
And we know Sal's the lowest at 425.
Now let's confirm the lows at 425. That's 175. I can do math. 75-point difference.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is nuts. I mean, we always say it's obviously a lot of luck. I'm looking at the sub 500 teams. Salah, myself, Rue, Spades, and then everyone down here is getting crushed. Like, I mean, it makes sense, right? The people at the bottom are obviously going to have the most points against.
Is it luck?
Um,
I don't know. Don't know. Could be the
yeah,
schedule maker this year crazy though. I think they're getting tough now. Everyone's playing the same people again every time, every week. It seems like
yeah.
should though.
I think this validates Fulvio even more. Almost 100 more points against, and it doesn't matter. He's still 5-0.
Yeah, yeah. I think Food's the most impressive team so far. But I wanted to put Sal number one, make him keep that title
He
because
deserves it. Sal deserves to be number one, having the most points for and being 5-0. He should be the number one team. That's
yeah.
exactly how that should work.
But one loss, he might plummet. He might plummet. You
We'll
never know. I don't make the battle rankings, but
we'll see. We'll see. All right.
um, running through really quick again. 1, Salad. 2, Food. 3, Dust. 4, Rue. 5, Tiso. 6, Freety. 7, Spades. 8, Sauce. 9, Frank. 10, Rob. 11, Gear. And my Super Bowl pick, number 12, Tom. Come on, boy. Can't win the year
This is
belt.
your Super Bowl pick? Who was mine? Frank the Tank.
I think it was Frank the Tank.
It
And
was
we're both
Frank the Tank. Frank, brother. We need what's his name back? Tyreek Hill. Where's the team? Did he change his name?
no,
No,
right
he's
there.
we
2024.
need Tyreek Hill back, brother. Jordan Love, Jacobs, Cook.
His team on paper is good.
This
I don't
should
get
be Tyreek Hill. Metcalf,
that.
Andrews is horrible. We have to get rid of him. Deontay Johnson's a good player. That creepy
McCon
McConkey pick.
loves that pick.
Loves him. He just picked him because he's white, I think, but that's fine. Okay. Power rankings for the week. Mary, you gonna post those on the Instagram this week?
Yeah, they'll be posted at some point.
Probably not. Probably not. But you know what? We don't need them posted because if you want to come reference it, you come back to Squids TV. With that, Mare, should we
Last
just
week,
dive right into bowl games?
last week picks.
Let's go last week picks. Can I
Week
do
five,
scores here? Week 5. All
Freety,
right.
Salah.
Free
Yahoo.
teams.
Yahoo took that game. It looks worse than it actually was. I had a good start Sunday morning with Garrett Wilson. If whoever played the Bengals can tackle him on a screen pass, I would have won this game, bro. He had a 70-yard screen pass touchdown. Ridiculous. But, can't make excuses. He outperformed me. Jamar Chase.
Oh, Jamar Chase. Oh yeah, 193 and 2. Ridiculous.
Yeah,
Ridiculous. He's back.
he is. You picked Salah, I picked myself. You took that one. Spades versus Frank.
One thing on the Dustbusters, who I will not call him Yahoo anymore. He's the Dustbusters now. When he loses this week, he will stay the Dustbusters. I demand that.
Uh,
He's the number one team, and Josh Allen's not even that good right now.
yeah,
Like
but
putting
he's
up
a
like,
shark. He's a shark vacuum, apparently.
yeah, tough, 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 tough. I love, and I said in the chat, Jimmy Brooms is so funny to me for no reason. James Conner is Jimmy Brooms. It's bananas. Okay, anyway, next matchup from
Spades
last
versus
week.
Frank. Dan took this matchup pretty convincingly. With
Yeah,
even with
Mooney,
Saul
Higgins.
putting up, he had a big start from Mooney. We all predicted him. No, sorry, I took him to win. You took Frank and mortaled him, and that's an L for you, brother.
Right.
Next, Fu versus T. Um, maybe we're both gonna go T still.
44 for Fu. My Lord. 32 from Lamar. 20 from Mike Evans, who we stole. I'm upset about that. Kittle, tight end one, 16. Brian Thomas is really good, 20 points. His team is ridiculous. He didn't even play Saquon. He had 144. And he had a
Yeah,
running back with 17 on the bench. Come on, dude. Come on.
great draft. No one wants to trade with Fu except for Rob. So for some reason, crazy.
He played two, I think I said this last week on the show. He played two backup running backs, basically, and they both scored 15.
When you're hot, you're hot, bro. What are you
Yeah,
gonna do?
winners win. Winners win. Shout out Fu. Super Bowl coming. Anyway, next game.
Fu, you picked Tiso. That's a win for me.
I picked
Dust,
T.
you picked Tiso, yeah.
Would I do that?
I had Dust versus Rob. Man,
Oh,
bro,
this
Rob,
was a
my boy,
sweater.
Rob, bro. Come on, that was crazy. I picked Rob, barely lost. Dennis
So
picked
what
that
I
one
want
up.
to point out is two things. One, there's three phases in football. There's offense, there's defense, and there's special teams. I'm prioritizing the right two legs of the team. This is where you score points. It was always the Vikings. It was always Fairbairn. It was never Nico Collins' hamstrings. That's bad news for Dust, but we'll talk about that later. That's not good. That's
Yeah,
not good. Let me get a running back, and this team is legit. Legit.
we got Gear versus Rue next. Rue took that one. I'm gonna go over the rest of that. We both picked Rue, and then
Yeah.
Tom versus Sauce, game of the week.
Game of the week. Sauce
Sauce
came to play.
Sauce came to play. He updated a lineup and he won.
Funny
I
how
mean,
that works.
hey,
27
1 plus
from
1 equals 2. You set a lineup with people who are playing, you could win a game. Like it's pretty simple.
you see that? And we're going back to the defense and the special teams. 15 and 13. That's how you win championships.
Bro, don't try to sell me on defense because you want to trade for defense. You have 3 on your roster, bro. I don't want to hear you.
That's not even my angle, but maybe it was. Maybe it
Anyway,
was.
Sauce took that one. That puts me on this week 5-2 on the picks. Dennis 4-3. On
Damn.
the season, 25-10 for me. 3-2 mortals. Dennis at 19-16, 2-3 immortals.
Oof. Oof. Over 500. Right? What'd you say my record was?
19-16.
Over 500. I don't know what else you guys want from me. It's over 500. That's all I can ask for. But you're on fire. So I hope you pick me this week because we got a massive week for
Um,
Rivalry Week.
let's go right into it. Let's go
Yeah.
dive right into it.
Which bowl game you want to start with?
Let's start with me versus Phil. This is a rivalry as old as time.
Yeah. As everyone knows, we have the match every year. We have the match
Th-
every year.
3 times.
And we have the match every year. Mario 3-0.
3
3-0,
times.
3-0, 3-0. I would argue this is more important than the match. This is a massive game. 5-0 Fulvio, 3-2 Calamoretti. What's the
Freak.
bowl name?
This is the Championship Golfer of the Year Bowl brought to you by Dave Stevenson Golf.
Shout out Dave Stevenson, good guy. I think he's flying planes right now in Mexico.
Crazy.
Shout out Dave. Merritt, how do you feel going into this bowl game? Actually, I have a question for you. How
What's
did this
up?
game go last year?
Funny you ask. Let me pull up my The archives.
Last year, I believe, was the first year we did rivalry week, and we're trying to roll over the same matchups. Am I
But
wrong
guess what?
with that?
Last year this wasn't the rivalry week. Yo Fulvio Bowl.
Oh, it was the Yo Fulvio
I
Bowl.
was I
Yeah.
had the sexual tension bowl with Rue. So a
Yes.
little bit of changes.
Okay. Okay. So conference realignment, just like college football, we had some realignment. We now have the Champion Golfer of the Year Bowl, brought to you by Dave Stevenson.
So yeah. Um, how am I feeling? I need Jalen Hurts to turn the fuck up, bro. He needs to throw touchdowns to AJ Big Justice Brown.
He's got Big Justice back. That's big for you.
Big Justice back. Garrett Wilson, 22 targets last week. Jets fire their head coach.
Right.
They demote Hackett. I
Right.
want a big week out of Garrett. I want a big week out of AJ. I want a big week out of Hurts.
Yeah.
Kamara, we won. I'm taking myself. It was always me. Fu, when he sees me on the other side, panics before the game even starts. And I'm gonna text him very shortly. Congrats on the win this week, bro.
Oh, I was just about to say I have a
You
prop for this.
built it. You did it. You know what I'm gonna do it right now.
I had a prop for this one I was going
Fulvio
to say,
Salsa.
but you got it already. Was going to be who says good game first, and I was going to take Fulvio, but you killed
Congrats on the win this week, bro.
it. There you go. For Mario betters, that's cashed. That's cashed. So you have a lot of Eagles in this matchup. You obviously have Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. He's got Saquon on the other side coming off the bye. I do agree with you. This is a massive week for the Eagles. They looked horrible coming out. I do agree. Jalen Hurts kind of needs a big day. Cleveland, good pass rush. They got the tackles for it. They do have all those corners. I don't know. I'm looking at it now. Alvin Kamara's like low key RB1. Running backs are so bad this year. We can also get into that after maybe, but my lord, are there like four good
Saquon.
running backs in the whole league? They're all terrible.
I,
Bucky,
I, I still have to finalize my lineup. I had a big pickup this week. Devin Singletary, drop by
yeah,
Steve.
yeah. I don't think he's playing.
I don't think so either. So I
He's
still have to
playing.
decide who to play.
But we
But
have the three-head receiver monster: AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, Jaden Reed. Man, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. It's tough to just and again, Fulvio drafted a great team. This is not me demoting him in any way. It's tough to get lucky 6 weeks in a row and just keep winning. I'm gonna take Freedy in the bowl game.
let's
Give me
go.
the points. I think you're the underdog. Give me the points,
Obviously,
and we'll move on.
underdog for every single match. Also, see how those turn out.
Correct? Correct. Oh no, actually, that's not true.
I wasn't favored anyone.
This year you were definitely a dog. Last year I had
Actually,
you
I
as
was a
a favorite.
dog. I was a
I had
dog.
you as a favorite. I swear I had you as a favorite.
No way.
I can go. I'll go back and look. I had you as a favorite. I think.
Post
And
my
I
shot on
do.
seven before this in the intro. Post my shot on 17. All right.
Okay,
I want,
we'll do. We'll do. We'll do. Ready? Right here. Okay, got it. Give me free. Next one. What do you got?
we have Dan versus Tom. This is the Collusion Bowl, same matchup as last year. Brought to you by Le'Veon Bell.
Shout out
Circa,
Le'Veon. Shout out
circa
Le'Veon.
prime, the prime of Le'Veon.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell does OnlyFans. I saw on Twitter now.
Is he actually?
That's how much he's fallen off since the collusion started in this league. Is that that guy now does OnlyFans?
Shit.
Didn't he
All
get paid
time,
like $1 trillion
all,
by the Jets?
all time Jet.
All time Jet. Le'Veon Bell, Ed Reed,
Ronnie
uh,
Lott.
Ronnie Lott,
Who's
Brett
that? Steve
Favre,
Atwater, Brett Favre,
Steve Atwater,
Evo.
DeBrickashaw Ferguson, just because it's an awesome name.
He's actually an all-time Jet.
All time Jet. Give me one more. LaDainian
Cromartie,
Tomlinson. All time
Daniel Johnson.
Jets. All time Jets. All time Jets. What do we think about this matchup, Merritt? Joe Mixon back this week, maybe. Huge for Bustin' Nut. He's playing Kirk Cousins. I actually don't hate that, honestly.
No,
I
I
don't.
don't. I don't. I like Tank Dell. Nico's out. He should get an uptick in targets.
Sure.
Eckler not looking too bad as like a pass catcher.
Yep.
Like
Agreed.
Shaheed, without Carr. Don't know how
Yeah,
that's
they're gonna
going.
sling this week. Just because we mentioned it, this is a mortal lock. This is
Yeah,
a
right.
guaranteed mortal lock. The Saints will beat the Buccaneers on Sunday. Anyway, continue.
Um, on Dan's side, Baker is a top five QB this year, fantasy
Playing
wise.
in the dome too. This is going to be a lot of points in that game too. It's going to be a fun game.
He might
Brees
not.
Hall. We talked about this on Sunday. I was watching the game with you guys. I like Brees Hall. He might stink. Does he stink?
I don't think he stinks. I think this is get good week.
Okay. I've
Bills
been
get
waiting for it. I've really been waiting
me
for it. I drafted
too.
another league.
I texted Dan today. I go, yes or no? Is Brees on the block? He said no. So he has all the faith in Brees. I was
Of
ready to
course.
pick up
Of
Brees.
course. Well, that's respect the commissioner always. That's blind confidence in your guy.
Yeah, and that's a Jeff fan at heart, bro. He's
Yeah,
not
that's
letting
what I'm saying. That's blind confidence in your guy, and I respect it. I think you should.
he's having big confidence in the Jets this week. Come back. What did we say? Spark off a new coach.
Yeah, another mortal lock. The Jets will win on Monday night. You
Put all
always
your
take
money.
you always take the interim head coach. Always.
Darnell Mooney's looking like a good wide receiver too. Higgins, big week. I'm taking Dan.
I keep talking myself into these games, man. I keep doing it.
Do it. Do
0
it. Do it.
5. You're 0 5, right? Eventually you got to get lucky, right? It's almost more impressive to be 0 5 than 5 0. Because like you're just gonna keep throwing up duds. You're trying. It's not like you're not playing anyone.
Can you do it, please?
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
I mean, pick the winner, but you know.
I'm thinking about it. Give me spade of spades. Give me spade of spades.
Okay.
Only because now I'm gonna pick spade of spades, and this is not me mushing either. Tom will win this game now. Because I've
Yeah.
been teetering on like picking these dogs for no reason.
Straight up. I'm picking Dan. I'm give me the line like Murta -8 fantasy points. I'm taking Murta.
Oh, if you're giving me plus 7 points, give me busting nut all day long.
Right? Yeah,
I'll
it's
be
a bit
busting
close.
nuts everywhere. Everywhere.
Next, big bowl for you, Dennis. This is the Dennis versus Salah. The
Uh,
Travis.
hold
This is
on
the
here.
Kels Bowl, brought to you by Travis Kelsey. Wait, I want you to take the lead on this one. I'm not gonna say a word, bro. This is
All
all
right.
you.
Let me talk to you for a second. Hold on.
Talk to us.
Let me talk to you for a second. I'm gonna pull this up.
Talk your shit again.
This game means everything to me.
Mm.
It means everything to me. I could lose every game for the rest of the year. I want to be the person that takes the O away from Tone. I want to take it away from him bad, really bad. The only problem with this is that Nico Collins isn't going to play. That's very, very bad for me. Very, very bad. I'm kind of forced now to play these three running backs, and I do not want to play this bum. I don't. I wanted to play the three receivers and roll out there with JSN, St. Brown, and then have Nico. But this bum is hurt where I can't even look at the IR. He's out. I don't. I don't want to say that actually. I'm going to take it back. Hold on. I'm scared. This team is good that I'm playing against, but I don't care. It was always Team Dust. It was always Rivalry Week. It was always Team Dust.
So you're taking Team Dust?
It means everything to me, Mara. It means everything to me.
All right. Quick question for you. I'm also taking you
Okay.
because um I they're like you say 5-0. I you can't get that lucky. He had the least points for. You're putting up a lot of points, bro. Salah might come down to reality. I'm picking you just based on the analytics. Question: How do you feel that he made his team the Dustbusters? Do you think that's a direct shot at you, Team Dust?
100% it is. And I think it shows a sign of weakness. You ready
It
for
was
this? I think he's
second week.
nervous. I think
Nervous.
he's nervous that one, he's 5-0. The team is very good. Two, rivalry, and you're going to lose potentially to your biggest rival. That is brutal. This would be like imagine the Jets being 6-0 and the 3-3 Patriots come in and just beat the shit out of them on Sunday Night Football. You'd
Sucks.
be
The worst.
miserable. You'd be like, I don't care about the 6 wins. I care about the one loss. That'll be Sal on Monday, and even better, Sal and I will be together on Sunday at Sunday Night Football. Giants home for the Bengals. My
Yeah.
third mortal lock of the show. The Giants will kick the piss out of the Bengals on Sunday.
I need that. I need that for the Jets AFC standings, the Bengals to lose, bro.
Oh no, Mary, it's taken care of. Joe
Okay.
Burrow is a dead man walking, much like Salah in the Squids universe. Dead man walking. I don't care that you have Josh Allen. I don't care that you have Derrick Henry. It was always Team Dust,
You know who I've come to love a lot?
and it
Probably
was never Jimmy Brooms.
my second favorite D lineman in the league, Dexter Lawrence. He's an
Oh
E,
my
bro.
God, I love him,
He's a
man. He's
beast.
so good.
Like I haven't really watched him play. I've seen him watch him play this year, and he's actually like
It's
he's a game
ridiculous.
wrecker. He's really good.
He's making other D linemen look good. That's
Yeah,
how
bro.
good he is. That's how good he is.
Your D line is like you got Burns, Thibodeau, and him. It's like a like Good.
Not bad. You know how
You
it's
got
crazy? We have a guy at like the third string defensive tackle. So like Dex, there's another guy, and then there's this dude. Had 2.5 sacks last week for no reason. Only because it's
good.
like, oh, were you next to Dex in that play? And it was like, yeah, he killed everybody. So I just kind of sacked the guy.
Next will take like 3 blocks at once. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous. I love him. Dex, if you're watching this, hope to go work.
Fu just texted me.
Oh my God.
I go, congrats on the week on the win this week, bro. He goes, that's fucking crazy. So,
He
um,
knows. It's a game of inches, and we're fighting for everything we can get. All right.
next, Pooch versus Rob. This is the last year's same bowl, known as the irrelevant bowl last year. This year's the dump bowl. Brought to you
Yeah. By who? By Ruck.
By Go Ruck, yeah.
Yeah, go Ruck.
So I have a crazy stat. I need a reaction from this. I already told you this, but I'm pretending you never heard this before.
Okay.
Last year, Rob and Pooch were both 2-4 in in their matchup. This
Wow.
year, they're both 1-4.
Yes.
Last year, Rob won the Super Bowl. He went 6-2 after the bowl week. What do you think's going to happen, Rob, after this week? Is this the week he gets right?
This could be the get right game. I mean, he's playing. He's got no. Okay, so I'm gonna give Rob the light. You ready for this? You sitting down?
Yeah, I'm seated.
Okay. There's two things that are gonna happen. I'm sorry, there's three things that are gonna happen. One, Christian McCaffrey is gonna come back. It'll probably be 3 weeks from now, but he's gonna come back, and that will be RB1 again. Two, Devon Achane, I think, is very hurt. I was on Twitter. I'm always on Twitter. And Twitter told me, you got to pick up this kid right. He will be the league winner. Guess who has him? Rob Lolly has him. Number three, Rashid Rice is out for the season. I hate to break it to you. He's out for the season. Right? Guess who is the new Rashid Rice?
Who? Juju Smith-Schuster?
Juju Smith. Thank you for marrying you. You know it, Juju Smith. Guess who has Juju Smith?
Rob.
Rob does. Guess who tried to pick up Juju Smith and Rob beat him out because I pick up too many people?
Dennis.
Dennis. Hate that. I was very upset. I texted him very angrily this morning. I was like, "You're a scumbag for that." He was like, "I'm sorry." And I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry too." This is the week that we get on the. You ever been on King to Comare?
Of course. I love
And,
him.
and it just goes like this, and it just goes up, 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 up. Then you get to the Super Bowl, and then you have to lose to Dennis. This is the week that you start the up. Give me the Semantics King.
I'm also taking Rob. This is a get right week. Sometimes numbers never lie, numbers, but it's also the gut feeling never lies too. I feel like this is what Rob has to do to win, which also has been asked this year. So it's not
He's
that
got
hard
no
to
defense too, bro. I can give him the defense.
do what you gotta do, Dennis.
I could try. No one wants the defense. I have three defenses. Don't ask why, but I have three defenses. Take one.
Next bowl, John versus Frank.
This is the last one.
No, there's one more after this.
Oh, okay, this is maybe my favorite.
Do you want to save it for last? Or you want to just do it?
No, no, no. We're gonna roll with it. I
All
think this
right.
is my favorite though.
This is the Sexually Expressive Bowl, brought to you by Romantic Depot.
Yeah, this game is zesty.
Yeah,
Very. I need to get these two guys in a room together and just see what happens. They might make out.
that's a. I put my money on that one.
Yeah, right. Prop bet. If they
Plus
watch the game
250.
together, they kiss at some point. I love this matchup. What I don't love, and I just noticed, is that Salah has two Cowboys on his team, which means give me Frank, just based off that. But we could look at the teams quickly.
You said Salah, it's Rob.
Frank.
You said Salah has two Cowboys on his team.
Johnny has two Cowboys on his team.
But he also has Malik.
Oh my God, he does.
Not Malik, bro. Malik is nice.
He's literally Jerry Rice. I don't know if you know. Let's look at the thing. Holy shit. Holy shit. 18 targets he got in that game. My Lord. Yeah, he's Jerry Rice. I'm convinced. He's also got Tyler Kraft, who is like the new Aaron Hernandez. Do you see that stat?
Something like that. I didn't see the stat,
Like,
but
so I
like,
think someone sent it in the chat you were in too. It was like, or no, they sent it in the Squids chat. It was like who the last tight ends to have like 200 or
oh
100
yeah,
yards and two
yes, yes.
touchdowns in a game or something. It was like Aaron Hernandez 12
LeBron.
times. Gronk, and it was like, well, you have a 12 out of 13 chance to kill someone. Good stat, great stat. Looking at Johnny's team,
Let's
Burrow
go
on
back to
Sunday
one
night.
thing.
No, Burrow on Sunday night's going to have a lot of points. They're going to lose in a shootout, though.
RB1.
It's a big night for him. He's got to go all for him. Dowdle, I think, stinks. CeeDee Lamb's obviously awesome. Milky Neighbors, the greatest receiver of all time. Olave is going to be really good with that rookie quarterback. Damn, this is a good team. I'm going to have to flip. I'm going to have to flip.
I wrote down John.
Frank, the Packers stack, the Bills stack, Metcalf tonight. So tonight's a huge, huge implication on this.
It
With
is.
essentially wide receiver one and RB1 going against each other. What are you thinking, Mayor? I'm on the
I'm
fence.
picking John. Me and John have some sexual tension. Never went
You
away.
guys made out once.
Yeah, we did. But that's besides the point. We also dry humped each other, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, no, that's a separate conversation. That's for the other pod.
Yeah, we won't get into details there, but last year when I played Rue, he beat me. Rue got a thing for sexual tension, sexual expressiveness. That's not a word.
Yeah,
Expressing himself sexually.
I know what you
Um,
mean. I know what you mean.
oh,
You have
John.
something about once you say zesty and like you get that involved, no one rises to the
He gets a
occasion.
chill. He gets a chill through his body, and he's ready to go. Like that's
I
his job.
said zesty and he felt it in the Marinac from here. He was like,
Yeah, he
"What?"
goes, ooh. Someone says zesty.
Give me Frank. This is my Super Bowl pick. Give me Frank. Give me Frank. Give me Frank. Give me Frank. Shout out Frank.
Last matchup, Steve versus Tisa. This is the Jameson Bowl, brought to you by Jack's Barn Restaurant.
Shout out Jax. Shout out what's the guy's name in Jax? Oh my God. What's the guy's name? Shane. Shout out Shane. Good dude. Good dude. Man, you got to come to Jax more. It's a good place.
We'll have to do that. It's on my list.
Okay. Sounds
Working
good.
Saturday, so I'm not coming to Jack's.
That's fine. Bad sauce. He's got Dak. He's got Bijan. He's starting the backup for Denver, who I think scored last week. Gave him 10 points. We got bye weeks going on. So I think, yeah, he's got replacements for it. I think this is going to be another Sunday update for Steve. So let's not look at the projection now, which is 64 points. This team, so we've gotten to the point now where this stack for
This
Tisa
is team commander, yeah.
is like actually pretty solid. This quarterback is actually good. Brian Robinson's been awesome.
This is what Pooch hoped to have at the top, the Colts.
Yes. He
With
had the right idea. He picked the wrong team.
wrong team,
He's
bro.
got Kenny who walks in tutties. He's playing tonight too. I think he scores a touchdown. Kenny's a good player.
I don't like Cooper, but the rest of
I
his
don't
team.
like Cooper either. And Bowers, they're saying, is like, I know he's a good football player, but like fantasy wise,
Okay.
apparently he's like number two. He gets a lot of targets. He had almost 100 yards last game. Yeah, he's pretty good, honestly,
Wait,
considering
the
how
number
big
one tight
his
end, it says
are.
right there, right? Player rankings, number one. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah, number one. So, I mean, that's a huge advantage.
go
He's
down to
got
the go to
Tank.
the bench. Go to the bench. ETN missing Jefferson this week. That's a big. I knew he was missing a wide receiver because I'm like, he does
Yeah, he wouldn't play Cooper normally.
the Cooper, yeah. Steve,
You gonna roll the
how did
dice?
he drop Singletary, bro, for defense? Come
Well,
on.
it's actually very sharp, and I can tell you why.
We talked about this, and it could have been.
Yes. It would have been the sharpest of all time if he dropped him and then picked him back up with number one waiver priority. But he also might be onto something. I don't know if you watched Giant game last week. They played at 4 o'clock. The kid Tracy that they drafted is actually like kind of good. Ran super hard. Devin Singletary's a good player. Tyron Tracy looks like a good player. One's a kid that might be more explosive, is definitely more explosive. One's a safer option. It's going to be a 50-50 split from now on, I think. And I think Tracy will take over in the next couple weeks, assuming he keeps getting better because he looked really good in his first start. Maybe it's a super sharp pick that he just dropped him, but I don't know if I could fade Hurt Locker. I
I
want
said
to pick Steve. I love picking Steve.
Bijan, bro, it's not him, bro.
He stinks, dude.
Not him.
He stinks. I mean, we haven't
He's
hit
only
15
21
points.
R, the 21st RB.
Ugh.
Like, I don't know who's worse, him or Brees. What is Brees on the year? Tell me.
Let's go find it. What are you picking in this while we look this
Hey,
up?
Brees is, yeah, Brees is
16.
clean. Bijan is significantly worse right now.
Yeah, Bijan stinks right now. People forget this was my run last year. Me and Brees, we were good chaps. My boy, I miss him. I miss him. This was a different player than the guy we're seeing now. I don't know where this guy went, but this guy was something. He was something. They like don't run the ball. That team pisses me off. I haven't watched. I haven't sat down and watched a full Jet game.
You did on Sunday, really, kind of.
No, I'm saying Sunday was the first time I've actually like watched them play. Like
How annoying is it to
oh
watch this
my
team?
God. I mean, it's like I'm coming from anywhere. The Giants have been also awful, but like my Lord, was that a frustrating team to watch? They threw it
And
like 65 times. It felt like
it's like every fucking week is the same
like
thing. No, it's something new every week.
run the fucking ball. I was like, what are you guys doing?
This week, Rodgers throws 3 picks and can't run the ball. Last week, they just can't run the ball against Denver.
Ridiculous.
Can't throw the ball either.
They
Like,
also drop back. We'll do Jets talk in a minute because we only have 4 minutes left.
oh
What's your
shit,
pick in this game?
he's up.
So a couple things I want to touch on. So that's Squids week. If you want to cut it off here, you want 3 minutes of rivalry week.
Good
Good
luck.
luck. First, Jets piss me off. What an annoying fucking team.
They're
Anyway,
not
what about the Mets, Mar? What about the Mets?
Mets.
Okay.
Um,
I said this last week. I really don't like baseball. I really don't. Boring sport to me. I get the history of it and I respect it. Playoff baseball is very fun. I'm like kind of a Yankee fan. My dad's a Yankee fan, my grandpa, whatever. I got the hats, blah, blah, blah. The Yankees run's cool. The Yankees are supposed to be really good. I know the Mets have like super high payroll, but my lord, are these Met games hilarious to watch. Are you Rizzler facing me?
what did I just do? No,
The Mets are insane. How do you feel? What is it? ALCS? No, NLCS.
LCS baby.
Probably going to be the Padres, right? The Padres look unbelievable. I have a future on the Padres to win the World Series, but I'm on your side.
I'll face the Dodgers. I don't know why.
I would want to face the Dodgers too. The Padres look unbelievable, but the Mets,
It's all about the Mets. It was always about the Mets, baby.
it was about the Mets. The Mets look, and it's just corny because everyone's saying it, but Team of Destiny is like the only way to describe this.
You know, what did I say last week? What did I say last week?
You did say Mets 3-1. I'll tell you this. I was in
I said
Stanford.
last week also.
Oh, the clip. You want the clip?
No, no, score more runs and you'll win.
Oh, yes. That's
Hit the ball and you'll win. That's it. Brother,
you
hit
hit it
another
on
ball.
that. Insert the clip of Mario saying 3-1 right here. Good shout out. So I must have subliminally just agreed with you, and I went to Stanford on Saturday. Saturday. And I was in Bobby V's, which is like a sports bar. And there was a drunk dude next to me wearing the Met hat, and I was telling him all about how the Mets were gonna sneak through this game. This was before game one. Sneak through this game. We'll be fine. First 7 innings will probably be nothing, and they'll blow it open in the eighth. What did they do? Blew it open in the eighth. They won. I told him 3-1. I said win, lose, win, win. And what they do, Mayor?
Win, lose, win, win.
Sharp. So I'll actually credit my sharpness to you because I think you implanted the idea in my head that it was
Yeah.
always the Mets.
Ain't always about the money, Spider-Man. Insert that clip right here.
Yeah, and that clip here. Boom.
That's
Uh
baby. Number one, baby. Let's go, baby.
oh, so it was always the Mets. Now, let's kick it over for because I have one question for you on the other team. Is it off now?
No,
There was talks that it was off. I'm not going to say who said it, but there was another Jet fan at your house
no one
that
said
said
it
the Super Bowl was off. I I heard it. Actually, I think
was.
two of them said it. I think two of them said it.
You know, not a good look to fire head coach. 5 games in, but it's not off. It's not over until it's over. I'm sorry.
Let me ask you a question. Has an interim head coach ever won the Super Bowl?
Doesn't matter. Could always be the first one.
You could always be the first one. That's true. There's been a lot of interim coaches that haven't won the Super Bowl, I don't think.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Nothing could be worse than that fucking cheerleader on the sideline.
Yeah, he sucked. He had to go. But I think also the offensive coordinator had to go. But what do I know? I'm
Got
just an
demoted.
accountant.
He got demoted. He's not calling plays this week.
That's great. Although I did see the guy that you did promote was the guy from the Titans last year, and he was like the worst offense in the league. But whatever, we don't have to do that. That's Squids rivalry week. Mar, good luck to you.
Good luck, Phil. Congrats on the win, Phil.
Congratulations to Sal and Fulvion wins. I'm not.